Marino.
Lunch God. Cold coffee. Yeah.
Slam down like Jamtown, we don't pop shots at sundown. I ride around, we stay grinning, they really mad just cause you winning,
What?
But tell me why the fuck are you so extra, Tell me why the fuck are you so extra?
Yo, we in this thing. Another episode of The Rogue. What's up, everybody? Back again. Like I never left, man. Got my boy Mike 3-Point Jeezy. If you hear the flapping in the background, it's my big jacket. Don't worry about it. I got Mike in the building. What's up, 3-Point?
What's going on? Glad to be back.
It's cracking, man. Anything new with the world, man?
Just my weight. Weight going up.
It's going up.
Going up.
It's going up and it's going down, man. Yeah. But, you know, since it's going up, that means you're alive, though. You know, if you're dead, it'd be going down, right?
Not necessarily. I guess it could go down. I could still be alive.
Yeah. All right, man. Have you seen, I want to talk about this phrase before I forget. Bird Box, you seen it?
No, I have not.
Ooh.
But I do. Everybody keeps talking about it.
Are you that guy?
Yeah, I'm that guy.
You don't want to watch it because everybody hyped it up?
Basically.
My brother's the same way, man.
I just feel like,
yeah.
But speaking of which, you said you were about speaking something about your brother?
Oh, yeah. I was going to say, he's the same way. He doesn't watch movies. If it's hyped up too much, he'll avoid it. He'll avoid that shit until the last. Like, I don't watch that. He wants to be that guy at the party.
I just feel like if everybody's on it, it didn't seem that important to me when I watched the trailer. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, it just seemed corny. Like, I don't know. I mean, that's just me. It's
literally, have you seen The Happening with Mark Wahlberg?
No.
Okay. Damn. Do you watch movies? I should ask you that.
Yeah, but I watch a lot of comedy. A lot of comedy and mostly comedy. Mm-hmm. A little romantic, but no, don't judge me.
I'm not, dog.
You know what I'm saying?
You living your truths, man.
Hey, I gotta watch The Notebook at least 100 times a week.
Never seen The Notebook, though. I've never seen it.
All right, now kill yourself.
Kill myself, geez.
Come on, man. That's like one of the... you gotta watch that movie.
Bro, I can't fuck with The Notebook. The name doesn't grab me. The Notebook.
As you have a notebook in your hand, right?
But I wouldn't watch this Notebook on TV. I wouldn't watch my friend on TV. You know what I'm saying? Dude, so we actually have a topic for this episode.
All right.
The topic is, are we... as a society, right? Are we getting softer? Is the new generation of people, of human beings, getting softer and softer? And how everybody's so outspoken now, and everybody has an opinion. Everybody's offended by everything. I feel like is that going to be good or bad? Like going forward, like in the world, society.
So let's break it down.
Break it down.
First of all, a lot of things are happening as far as what you're talking about. The racist issues only come alive because of who we have in president.
You think so?
It's more so because you're allowing people to be more open than whatever happened before.
They feel like he's racist, so now I could be openly
they're a little but too much open and too much vulgar with it. Like, but it used to be not as...
I feel like people been that way, though.
There's always going to be racism, right? Because one class doesn't understand the other class. And so whatever happens is, and the whole perception of... One thing I hate is I can't stand when people say, oh, well, I don't see color. Mm-hmm. What you just said was you don't see me as a person, because if you don't see color, you don't even recognize that I'm here. Like to you, it's like, you know, I'm nobody. Like, so I'm still littler than you are.
Or could they mean? Or could they just? It's
just. But it's a cop out. It's just a way to say. It's like a way for them to acknowledge that everybody's equal. So they're trying to say, hey, I don't see color. But the point of that is you got to understand, by you saying, if I was to say, you know, Pierre, I don't see that you're black. I just see you as a person. Yeah. Well, then I'm not acknowledging Pierre is black. So I'm not acknowledging you being a person. So.
But on the other side of the coin, you could just be saying that we're all even, right? The easy way out. Like we're all even. We're all the same. I don't see color.
But that's the easy way out.
I see human beings. I don't see different races.
I watch a lot of Jane Elliott.
Uh-huh. The older white lady that talks about
and that's slavery,
how white people are bad and all that.
Well, it just talks about how you have to understand there's a systemic of, just different stuff has gone on.
I like her.
You don't see one thing that I hated that I couldn't stand was when they said blue lives matter for cops. Yeah. First of all, cops are not blue.
Okay. It's a uniform.
It's exactly. It's a uniform. And there's not been some, epidemic of just cops being shot just because they were cops. So it's just kind of like there's clearly black people being shot for the sole purpose of their color. It's just sole purpose of color. Mm-hmm. So it's like you can't, there's not just some epidemic now coming along where people are shooting cops just because they got a blue uniform on. That's cops not happening.
I feel like cops have been getting killed. Black people have always been getting killed, right? It's just that now everybody has a camera. There's cameras everywhere. Now we can see all the violence and shit up front instead of like speculating on what's happening.
Well, and the problem is that a lot of times you see all them harassing. They harass all different races, right? But they harass certain ones more. Mexicans and minorities in general. They harass them more. And what you don't see is they're not so quick to pull the trigger on the white man. But let it be a minority,
a fucking third or fourth,
and it's like let's just go ahead and go. Like, I don't understand if you're gonna shoot somebody, why can't you just shoot me in the leg?
It's probably a lot harder than that.
Yeah, but I'm saying, why can't you shoot or pull your taser? Why can't your taser be the first thing?
At the same time, you don't know what you're dealing with. I'm not saying cops. Obviously, I'm black. I'm black man. I ain't saying it's okay to shoot black people, but at the same time, you don't know. There's like a compilation video on YouTube or some website. It shows all the cops being murdered, right? Yeah. Them taking that chance of hoping that you don't have a gun could be the last thing they see. You know what I'm saying? You can pull a gun out last minute. Yeah. But what the topic at the beginning, we got away from it a little bit. Do you feel like that society's soft now? Like everybody has a voice, right? Which is good, but everybody doesn't have to be heard. But everybody gets a chance to be heard. Like even me right now, me being able to do this podcast. I get to flex my right to speak, say whatever I want. But I feel like every voice isn't a voice of like, of reason. Like we shouldn't have to hear like some kind of madman that thinks he's a fucking 21-year-old girl when he's 40 go online and talk about how he's getting misgendered or how snowflakes. You know what a snowflake is, right?
No.
All right, I got a definition here. I looked it up before because I forget things easily. A snowflake is you're offended easily. Like, so new generation. You can offend people super easily. Like saying things wrong or calling them the wrong sex. I mean, that's obviously disrespectful, but niggas get offended easy. Motherfuckers, they're soft now. Society's soft, man. People don't struggle enough. We have so little struggle now that you have the time to bitch about dumb shit. Snowflake.
Well, that has to do with a lot of parenting stuff, though, too. I mean, schools.
Mm-hmm. But kids are raised. There's no
it's so different.
Bullying's fucked up. Don't get me wrong, but at the same time, getting bullied makes you stronger in a couple of ways. I'm not supporting bullying, but I'm saying like there should be no bullies. But getting picked on, people you can categorize bullying as anything nowadays. If a kid calls you a doo-doo head, they'll go to the principal. Parents come to the school. Your kid's bullying somebody, like little shit like that.
I think that's more trolling than it is bullying.
Yeah, but we can't differentiate.
Yeah,
we don't know what trolling is. We don't know what bullying is. We don't know what joking is. People take jokes the wrong way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And snowflakes are also less psychologically resilient. So like, if you go against anything that they support or that they believe in, now you're the worst thing ever. They don't want you to have a difference of opinion than them.
Yeah, I mean. It's like you said, a lot of things have become softer.
Yeah.
Because you have to be. A lot of it's just you have to be more aware now than what you ever had to be.
Aware,
just aware of what's around or
because
who people feel. Yeah.
Yeah, you can say anything, and now people are losing their jobs for saying like the N-word. I mean, I even said the N-word. You fucking see that? I said I'm a black guy, and I said the N-word. Like a part of me is like, oh shit, can I not say? I can't say nigga. I say nigga, but I don't say the ER, the hard ER.
Yeah,
I mean, that's a little different.
I also think that it comes with some people don't recognize what that word represents. Mm-hmm. So if you hear Mo say it, totally different than you hear some random white dude on the corner say it. I mean, it's just different.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it
sparks a different kind of...
Nobody... I'm not in a position to talk about it because I don't know what the feeling is. All I know is I had a friend that necessarily had that said, mm-hmm. and the other guy was like, all right, now stop saying that. And it's just at that moment you realize like something clicks, mm-hmm. and you realize, hey, like it's become offensive.
Yeah,
and you just have to recognize it. And you
so you feel like anytime we hear a white person say "nigga," we should just stop them.
Not just a white person. I mean, I'm Mexican, and I mean, it was
Mexican.
It was a Mexican dude.
Anybody that's not black, they say "nigga." Should we just? You should
I just feel like I don't have the right to talk about something that I don't know about or that I don't fully understand.
Yeah,
like it's just if you don't understand it, it's just like if you ask people, what can you do to help promote racial equality in America, and when you're talking about African Americans, it's like, what really can I say? Like, I don't know how it feels to be black. I'll never know how it feels, so I don't know I don't know how it would be if you went to a clothing store, right? Yeah. And you're dressed up a certain way, and how you get looked at as opposed to how I would get looked at. And so it's just, because I don't know about it, it's kind of hard to talk about because I don't know what I would do in those situations. Like, I don't know how I would act because I probably snap on myself.
I mean, yeah, I think you should snap. Go fucking crazy. Because that's ridiculous. These motherfuckers do that. We black people get stereotyped. I sometimes even stereotype my own people. Like, it's just after we grow up with, like, if let me see, if you grew up, if a white person grew up around a lot of white people, right, and you had all types of white people, thieves, good white people, blah blah blah. I feel like they would have the same problem. Like, you see a white person, you would think the same thing. Like, they'll think the same thing about a white person. Like, oh shit, this white person could steal from me. It wouldn't be like just it wouldn't be like, I don't think they would see a color thing. I feel, since I was raised around black people, right, like black people my whole life, I knew niggas that steal. So If I see a motherfucker stand next to my car, it ain't even like a racist thing. I know that the motherfucker still. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, there's good people and bad people. There's it's just all about being aware. I mean, you got to be more aware. And I think that we become softer in our youth because one thing that I don't understand about this whole softer generation is that, dog, there's very few kids outside, bro.
Bro, yeah, so electronics.
It's crazy.
Yeah, electronics.
My nephew has the same problem. I don't understand.
You can go across the world without leaving the house. You can do all this kind of shit on your phone. You can do everything on your phone, get the same like emotional benefits, happiness from being on your phone, than doing the real thing. It's fucking up the world. Cause I'll see, like, my daughter, for instance. She can, if I let her, she could sit in her room all day and be on her phone. She can do that and be okay with it and think that she's perfectly fine with it. When really it's damaging. Like, you don't have to go out in the real world and communicate with nobody. You could just do it through your phone, and it's like it's safe. It's safer that way.
And then when you do get out in the real world and have to communicate with people, you don't know how to communicate.
Yeah, you awkward as fuck because you're not having a real conversation.
I mean, my nephew has a problem right now where he's having a real hard time in school, and it's not so much of. I feel like he needs I feel like he needs a whooping. I feel like he just needs.
Shit, you just need to be
exactly. But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
it's become to a point to where we forget what the values are, and I mean he just doesn't understand how to interact with the kids because he's been an only child for so long, and now he has a little brother. But his little brother,
that's tough too, though.
He's a new one, right? So it's like we're giving all this attention to Joshua, and it's like, oh man, like, where's my attention? Yeah, Yeah. But it's just kind of. I mean, it's one of those things, man. You gotta be more aware, and you gotta be willing to adapt.
I think the most sensitive people, right, are people that haven't. They don't do group activities. Like, if you grow up not playing, I feel like playing sports will help you be desensitized. Like, it'll being yelled at by a coach and knowing that he's only yelling at you to make you better, not to offend you. I mean, they might say some offensive shit, but that also, it helps you grow thick skin, though. A lot of these kids, a lot of these really outspoken, sensitive people, they've never done anything. They haven't had any mental or physical, like, stresses, man. I mean, maybe some mental, but, like, I feel like physical pain and, like, playing sports, group activities, losing, all that shit helps contribute to, like, you being like able to withstand, like, small shit. Little shit just won't bother you once you've been through some actual, like, physical tough shit. That shit just helps you for when you're an adult. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No. It's okay. So, I have two parts to it. If one thing is a coach has to know his players, right? So I was listening to Kobe's podcast. Pretty much, Kobe Bryant. Come on, man. Wait, who's that? Oh, you better stop that. Kobe. That's how people get shot.
Okay. Bean Bryant.
Bean Bryant. Yeah. Kobe. You know the best player? That guy. No.
I'm playing.
Well, that's cool. Yeah, he's the best player now. So I mean, I'll let it go.
I don't know basketball.
He's a Laker now, so it's all good. He can be the best now.
They stand up.
But one thing that it is just like you have to know how to adapt and how to treat people a certain way. I know one way that I treat certain friends, and there's another way you treat other friends. Mm-hmm. And it's just knowing who they are, knowing what makes them tick. So you're trying to bring the best out of them. So losing helps your competitive drive and helps you withstand a lot. But that doesn't necessarily mean I need to berate you in order for you to get the point.
Maybe.
No.
Yeah.
It's not
the
same. No.
Maybe, though.
Because look,
I think football is amazing because the coach, even though you might get offended by what he's saying, even if he's insulting you while he's getting his point across, it's double time, man. It helps, dog. It helps you grow thick skin because the real world is tough as fuck, man.
The real world is, but
you get through some little football shit. The real world ain't gonna be nothing because they break you down. It's like the Army. They break you down and shit.
A lot of sports do that.
Speaking of the Army, my brother's here. What's up, bud?
Yo.
He knows about the Army.
Like what? I'm not a subject matter.
I was mentioning you.
I was like, oh shit.
No, you're good. You're good.
No, I just got out.
Yeah, you're fine.
I just finished my 6 years. I'm pretty stoked.
Yeah. Congrats, man.
Yeah, man. Hey. Yeah. Ah, man, that's the whole thing. That's a whole thing there. Like I should have crazy adventures, crazy stuff. Right. And I ain't never deployed. That's the funny part. Like I never deployed. I never left the country. But just that in itself, it's fun. Like, depending on what type of person you are, it really maps out your adventures. And like mine were very shitty adventures. Very like what the fuck moments. Like what the fuck, and then like a lot of fuck it's, and like fuck it was a whole. How people have like a verse from the Bible they say before they start their day. We woke up out of bed talking about fuck it. And it's just like that whole mentality is just dumb when you're like in basic, but yeah.
It's all good, man.
Yeah.
So I could do basic.
Oh, huh?
But that shit gets you ready for the real world. Is what I'm saying though. When you get no.
Oh,
going to the military and then breaking you down and shit. Like you come out in the real world, a lot of shit won't phase you.
You get to see how Hitler's stuff works.
Probably people, not. You probably
no. You're not listening. Like charisma, like how charisma affects people.
Wild,
no, I'm comparing it to Hitler's charisma because that's not wild. Like for me personally.
Who in the fucking military gives fucking big ass speeches for y'all do shit? Like Hitler's charisma.
Our drill sergeants.
You think your drill sergeants are like Hitler?
Their charisma is the thing, not Hitler.
Nah.
It's not Hitler. It's what Hitler did with his charisma.
You somebody else.
Huh?
Hitler, bro?
Okay, Malcolm X in the Black Panthers.
That's a little...
Because he got killed by the Black Panthers, so we could use him, right? Allegedly. Anyway, what I'm saying is basically the influence is that...
the Nation is...
Here's what I'll say is that a drill sergeant and a soldier in basic training, that you get the basic training, and then usually people are scared out of their pants, and then they're taking in all this new stuff.
Yeah.
And so what happens is this drill sergeant every day is just drilling in their ass, blah blah blah. Eventually, that individual is looking up to that drill sergeant like, you got me through this hell. Well, because all they did was talk shit to him the whole time. Then they bring him up like, you got this, you'll finish, you'll do good, and then they get you out of there, and then you do what you will with that. But some people are like, I love that drill sergeant. I talked to him 10 years. The other people are like, I don't remember that guy. Like, it's all different.
All right. So, Mike, backtracking to what you were saying. So, when... Fuck.
So, the thing is, but what he's talking about, you got to take apart from what he said, though.
Yeah.
It's not so easy. It doesn't make you better for the real world. Because after you get out, it's not the same. Like, you got to think about it. Why half these guys are trying to get jobs that you wouldn't normally get. A lot of them will get to get body shop jobs, or they have to get mechanic
jobs. The military
jobs.
is an extreme example. Let's not use military. Let's use, like, sports, though. Doing group sports and getting through struggle with a group of, like...
So, let's get this for Coach Williams.
Football.
Coach Williams.
Yeah.
I'll use basketball. So, no. You better chill out now and leave the studio and get stabbed.
All right.
So Coach Williams used to tell me we used to run around the track, and I was slow. Mm-hmm. And Coach Williams would always eat some damn cream cheese, and so he was always like, "Come on, man, Mike. Come on, man. Get your fat ass and do this and do that."
Damn.
And it's like if people that's what he thinks. But you can only motivate certain people like that. Like not everybody's gonna react to that.
Right.
Now,
100% I agree.
Here's the what if. This is just a what if because obviously it didn't happen. But here's the what if. Had somebody been on my side, like we all can't lie. For me to be as big as I am, to have handles
on your side, like we mean,
like just to push me in the right directions. As far as school wasn't my forte, right? But one, my parents, and they're not bad parents. If they didn't get taught to go to college, how are they going to teach their son to go to college? Mm-hmm. It's just if that's not taught to you. And then you grow up teaching them, okay, let's finish high school.
The whole educational system's weird. It should be like a trade school.
And it's kind of crazy, and that's why but when I talk to my parents, I tell them, look, you're not bad parents. They think they're bad parents. And I'm like, no, like it's just, you can only teach me what you got taught.
Don't our parents, I feel like our parents feel that way sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, my son's not a fucking astronaut.
They just want the best.
Yeah, the absolute best.
Yeah.
If you're not anywhere near what they thought you were, they start blaming themselves. But they don't realize that you're successful in your own right. You know what I mean?
Man, I used to go places and like hoop. I mean, y'all know me. I used to go. Because I
seen you slam dunk.
Okay, no, yeah, maybe some donuts, but I used to go to Givens and play on the outside, but that's when they used to play outside courts. Oh, it was like prison ball
with the niggas. Say it, Mike. Come on, dog.
I'm not saying.
All right.
So anyway, it's all about how each individual gets pushed differently. So I don't know if you can use sports as a way, to do that. Sports
are so I love sports.
You can have thick skin all you want. But then when it comes time for you to speak up, are you ready to speak up, or are you going to use that thick skin?
It teach you about being leadership too, going through that shit. Teach you about being.
But I'm saying because you already said the real world is going to be there, right? So now you're ready to handle it. Mm-hmm. So by you handling it, are you going to sit quiet while things are happening?
But you've experienced sports, right? I'm talking about people who haven't experienced any fucking kind of trials their whole life, and I'm not talking about like at home shit. I'm talking about just being in a group, accomplishing a goal. Being led, being a leader. A lot of people haven't gone through that shit, which all of us have. So you at least have an idea what it's like. So we get in the real world, you can at least reflect back to that shit. These new super soft people, they have nothing. They got no kind of pride. They got no kind of like they can't look back on shit that they've been through and use it in whatever situation they're in. They just ball up and all of a sudden everybody's attacking them. They're the victim. All of us in the room, we know when you feel like you're a victim, we at least beat up on ourselves. We're like, damn, fuck that, man. I'm better than this. A lot of kids don't got that.
But just as you look at that,
cater me, hold the tit, man.
But just as you look at that, they do get that in accomplishments through their game systems.
That's not real. That's not real though. That's fake, bro. But that's like endorphins shooting to your brain from doing some.
But you're taking it as what you know. So
it's real, bro.
Hold on. You're taking it as to what you know and what your perception of it is, because your perception is totally different because you used to playing outside, you used to getting stuff done.
But it's real.
But to them, how long you play a game? Let's say you play a game for 15 hours, right?
Yeah, you're
let's just say
crazy.
Let's say you play 15 hours, right?
All right.
And you're trying so hard to get past a certain level, right?
Yeah.
And you just got to keep playing.
What game? Let's go that far. Now pick a game. Final Fantasy. Sims. Your Sims is super.
There you go. I don't even know how to play Sims, but
Sims.
Okay. So, but you're trying so hard.
Yeah.
And then once you finally break through, same thing as if you were playing 10 games straight and had to go for a Super Bowl. Like it's
totally different.
No, it's not. It's different to you because you played sports.
It's different.
But for somebody that spent the other time,
it goes to your body different. It registers to your brain different. You're playing a imaginary.
No, you have a brain.
No, it doesn't.
Can I? Please? Thanks. You're playing a video game, right? That's not real. You're playing with a character on a video game, accomplishing
goals. But it's real to you. Yeah. You can't say it's not real.
So now you got to take these fucking fake video game morals to the real world, to a job, nigga, and interact with real people. And now you have to accomplish a goal physically, right? With your own body, with your own mind.
When have you been able to go to the office?
Yeah. After playing fucking Final Fantasy.
After playing football, when have you been able to go to the office?
Yeah.
And go up, and I'm talking about like actual job, like your managers, people are all there. Okay, you're there as one.
Human beings,
yeah, human beings,
yeah.
And you're like, fuck it, and you're just berating somebody by pushing forward. No, hold on.
Okay, you right.
Berating somebody to get to a final goal. So let's say you work at Pepsi, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so at Pepsi, Mo's in the room for anybody that doesn't know. Yeah, so we work at Pepsi, and for y'all to get to a degree to where, hey, we got to get this amount out by the end of the year because the end of the year's coming up. We got to push this level. Instead of saying that, you say, come on, motherfucker, get your ass up. Let's get this shit done.
And you can deal with that.
But
you can deal with
your
that. Your
manager will never have the ability to talk to you like that. Right. If he does, he needs to be fired.
Well,
no,
that's how people know he's working.
Hold on. You can't. It's just not.
I see
it. You're looking at it from the standpoint of what you know and what you expect and how you know how to do something.
Okay. Now, I also have another point because I grew up playing video games. Me and my brother both grew up playing video games, but I drifted off to play sports. He stayed with video games. We're two different people, right?
Right.
All right. So when you play, I feel like when you play a lot of video games, right? When all you do is you're in the comfort of your home, you're sitting there comfortable in the chair playing video games with your hands. You're not really doing anything physical, right?
Right.
You go to a job, now you have a human being adult. It's different from a motherfucker yelling at you in the game. You have a person standing in front of you, right? Like fucking going hard on you, putting real life pressure on you. Not no video game pressure that you can restart the game and fucking get no points with. The niggas yelling at you in your face. You can't handle that shit because you haven't had to. In all your years of experience playing video games, you haven't had to handle any real life physical pressure. Me playing football, going through all that bullshit with like a grown ass man telling me I ain't shit and all that. Now my manager's on me, putting that pressure on me. This ain't shit. I'm like, okay, easy. I'm finna physically show this nigga what's up. I'm gonna get through all this shit. It's gonna be a walk in the park for me. From a nigga that plays video games his whole life, it's gonna be hard for him emotionally. It's gonna be like, oh fuck, this is the real world. This shit is almost too much for me. I can't handle this shit. Now I've seen dudes. My bad. Go ahead.
Now to talk about that, you mean to tell me there's a guy out there that hasn't made a living off of playing video games?
That's now though. That's what I'm saying. The time and that brings me back to snowflakes and people being too soft. Now you don't have to make a real living, right? I mean, it's a real living now in today's world. You can play video games and make millions of dollars now. Now that kids know that, they're like, fuck it. I don't gotta go outside and play sports. I don't gotta get physically and mentally prepared to get damaged in the real world because this could potentially be my career playing video games. Those are the same people that are saying people are too tough on kids. You shouldn't hit kids. I mean, you shouldn't. I mean, you really shouldn't. For fucking infant, you shouldn't be hitting kids. I get it. But you shouldn't discipline kids the way you want to discipline them. Mother, you shouldn't yell at people. You shouldn't say fag. You shouldn't say bitch. You shouldn't say that. I mean, N-word is different. Honestly. You shouldn't say a lot of that.
I don't know why he had to go to the jump to that one, but okay.
It's always in my head, bro. The N-word. I don't even say it. You can't say nigga. You can't say nothing. They're trying to police what we can say now. The world is getting so nerfed that it's gonna set us back when real shit happens. When we're hit with real shit, nobody gonna be able to handle this shit. After our generation, motherfuckers are so soft now. People gonna crumble, dog.
But it's not about, soft, bro. See, you can't take it as, you can't say they're trying to police us.
Because they are.
But listen,
you will lose your job, Mike. If you type in on Facebook right now, this nigga didn't fix my car. I fixed this nigga's car. You're gonna lose your job, bro. Back in the day, you could say that shit and be okay, but you get in trouble. But now you might lose your job. You might never get hired again.
Listen.
What? Am I tripping?
Yes, you're tripping.
Tell me how. Tell me that hasn't happened this year and the years before that. That's happened to people. The head of Facebook lost his job for something.
Have you looked up what police mean?
Netflix. Huh?
What police mean?
Policing. When I say you're policing people's speech, that means you telling people what they can't say. Yeah, you trying to put fucking rules on what you can say and what you can't say.
So now listen to me.
Okay.
Same thing we do with police, with cops.
Okay.
We sit there, we berate cops for pulling us over. So you got pulled over for a speeding ticket, right? Oh man, I wasn't speeding.
Yeah.
Why would you have that battle with a cop? Like, think about it. They're there to police. If we look up the word police, they're there to make sure things are going a certain way. Mm-hmm. If they're not going that way, their job is to correct you and write you a ticket or do whatever they have to do, give you a warning, whatever.
Okay.
Your job, if you want to fight it, they have a forum for you to fight. There's this big ass thing called the justice system. Yeah. If you go there and you apply and you ask for help for a specific issue, they will help you. The problem is, because we don't have respect in our lives, what we do is we berate a cop. A cop is the middleman. Mm-hmm. All he is the middleman. That's all he can do. Anytime I've gotten pulled over, I was like, all right. And they're like, oh man, you're that guy. And I'm like, I'm that guy. I was like, I just don't care. Like, you're gonna give me a ticket. If I choose to fight it, I know where to fight it at. You're not the guy I fight with. You're the guy that puts me in jail if I fight with you.
But they can dictate that.
No, they can't.
They can. So when they pull you over, they like you said,
it's a way of thinking. So you have to understand, if you do not inflict any type of bad outcome or any type of vulgarity or raise emotion, because they're looking at your body language, right? A lot of these cops have gone through training.
You're saying you're not going to write.
Not saying that all of them are, because there's good cops, there's bad cops, there's good people, there's bad people.
Okay, you're saying they're not going to write you a ticket if you do that.
No, I'm saying they will write tickets. But what I'm saying is you can fight a ticket though.
You can't.
Justice system doesn't work.
Oh well, yeah, you can legally fight a ticket.
By you saying that, only allows yourself to get
that's a different argument.
More.
We're getting away from police and speech.
So what ends up happening is we're becoming where we need to be more respectful. So you're right. You're thinking that, I can't say what I want to say. But just because you can say what you want to say, should you say what you want to say?
Yes, it's an amendment.
If I have to say something,
what you're saying.
No. Yeah. I see what you're saying. Let's have respect, right? But at the same time, let's not stop freedom of speech, right? We can't tell a whole nother human being what they can and can't say. No, because as soon as we start telling them what they can and can't say, but they can come back and tell me what I can.
No, but he's talking about what police do.
But those two, I don't see how those correlate. I don't understand how those correlate.
Go ahead.
No, you do it. How they correlate?
He was going to the point. He was getting to his point.
No, it's different. Policing speech and actual police officers. Just the word police. It's two different. Two different.
No, the aspect of policing speech is what police officers do, which is when they're out there, they're looking, they're making sure that the rules and policies.
So who are you to tell me?
What rule? Who are you to tell me? The rules is in, like, if you're supposed to go 10 miles an hour because this is a construction zone, people are working. That's
a logical.
Just like how you wouldn't tell somebody, you wouldn't would not say faggot to somebody who has been told that has that word used against them as a form of like oppression.
Now let's look
that's
back.
Not their choice.
Let's look back on what faggot means.
I'm saying that the word faggot means something.
The word faggot means like a bundle.
But
of
when
sticks.
that little boy's at that camp. And what
that's wrong. I agree.
them
That's
kids
wrong.
are gonna make the
That's
word,
wrong.
and then they take that word and made that a weapon and use that weapon against another person, and now that weapon offends them.
Okay, now let me tell you.
So now they don't want to hear that.
Hey, now let me tell you how faggot is fucking people. The word faggot.
No, not the word faggot.
Let me
but
talk. Let me talk.
But it's using words to oppress people.
Okay,
that's
now
what I'm
let me
saying.
tell you how people are getting fired now for saying that.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
No, because you don't know what I'm talking about. So what am I saying?
Well, no, because we were getting back to policing speech.
Now, what I'm saying is, if somebody's giving an example in the speech, right, they're not using it in a derogatory way. They're using it as like example, like, hey guys, we can't say the word faggot, right? He'll say that. Somebody in the crowd will record him saying that, and he will lose his job for giving an example on how he said it. Just using it in an example. People are losing their jobs now for that. That's what I'm saying.
Look at the Kevin Hart situation.
They made Kevin Hart apologize for some shit he said years ago. He almost got in trouble for some shit he said years ago, bro. Because people are policing shit. Like, social media is ruining people's lives, bro. And in the weirdest ways. The Netflix, one of the CEOs is like, we can't say the word nigger in the office. He got fired. Lost his whole job, bro. He had kids. Nigga has a whole family. For giving an example on how not to use the word, he lost his job.
That's how it is,
but
man.
For giving the example of how to not to use a certain word, do you have to say if I was to say the N-word, right?
What's that?
And I said
nicotine?
it. Yeah, nicotine.
Nicaraguan.
So do I need to actually say the word in order for you to get what I mean?
Bro, yes. Show me how passionate you are.
So what you're saying is there's no common sense in the world at all.
There's total common sense.
You've told me that.
There's common sense, but then
I'm saying common sense is no longer common.
When common sense starts
that's
blurring,
different than no common sense.
Common sense starts when arguing common sense starts to like fucking
when
muddy the waters on what you can say.
It's when it's beneficial.
Common sense ain't always common, man. What's common to you might not be common to me.
No, we use words and we play them for beneficial purposes, not because of winning.
And people
so if it's
gonna
make you look right, if it's gonna make you look right, then I'll benefit and I'll use this term. So like at work, at work, I get them, and like the other day, I did some stuff for them that it's not my job to do, but I understand that Michael's gonna get to a different level, and eventually, so I'm gonna put myself in these areas to get to a different level. Well, they try to call me out and talk about, oh, you can't do this and you can't do that. And it's like, oh, we can't. So then I said, okay, well, we also can't do these things. And then what I said, no, I didn't say the N-word. Stop going back to that. Right. So then I pointed out how we do some things that are against the law. Not against, yeah. We do some things that are against the law.
I don't see where you work.
But I'm not going to say where I work at. But I'm saying it's different. And then it's like, oh, Michael, why'd you bring that up? Mm-hmm. You can't. You can't try to come at me and think that I'm not going to say something.
Bro, so we're on the same side, though.
But no, it's the way I said it. Just because you can say something
intent
doesn't mean you have to say it. And you don't have to say it in that way. Why does it have to be a vulgarity that you have to say it in a specific vernacular? You don't have to do it that way.
If the point I'm getting across happens that if the point I'm getting across in the main part of that point is a vulgar word, then we got to understand what the word is. No.
You choose to bring it out.
Because I'm different. I get my point across.
It's not about being different.
It is about being different.
No, it's not.
You don't think people should be able to say what they want?
Thing. What you're doing is you're allowing yourself and you're giving yourself freedom to say, look,
freedom. I'm afforded by the fucking bill, right?
Listen. Yeah. You're saying I'm allowed freedom of speech, and because I'm allowed freedom of speech, let me say it the way I want to say it.
Yes.
That's stupid and that's dumb.
In all due respect.
That's the stupidest thing you can say because all you're doing is trying to back your word up.
No, you're not understanding what I'm saying, though, bro, because I'm following this shit as it happens, right? Okay. I'm not just, this ain't just something I thought about. I watched people lose their jobs over saying shit that wasn't even that, like, their whole meaning about what they said wasn't to offend people. And they said
what jobs?
Netflix that happens. Corporate America's getting people. Elon Musk got fucked for smoking weed in a place where it was legal.
You're on the right path. I asked what places, not just corporate.
What do you want? A list of places?
Yeah, name
corporate America. What do you want?
Name names. Because there's a point where I'm getting at, obviously. So there's a point.
Let's stick to one point. Let's stick to one important one. No. Stop, everybody. Let's stick to one. Netflix, he got fired. He got fired for saying the N-word, using it in a meeting, telling people we can't say the N-word. He got fired for saying it.
Okay, so it's a brand.
Okay.
It's not just one person, right?
But this isn't a meeting.
It's a brand. It is a brand.
This isn't a public forum that they're talking in. This is inside of a meeting, a corporate, all the staff, they're talking.
It doesn't matter.
It does matter.
It doesn't.
It does.
It's a brand.
It's all about
It's a brand.
It's all about intent, dog. And this is part of the soft part I'm talking about.
It's not about intent.
It is about intent.
No, they dictate.
If you're using a word to not offend me, but to get your point across and say, hey, I don't like the way this word is used, and he says the word, I'm like, all right, well, that's the word we're on the same page, bro. It's fine.
No.
But the thing is what you're losing sight of because you're mad about it, because it angers you about it.
Mad about it?
It may not anger you. It may be passionate. Okay, maybe passionate. That's fine.
I'm just trying to help y'all see my point. If I was like, man,
that's what
y'all would take me.
But because I see your point,
our perspective too.
I'm letting you know that it's not.
We're debating.
I meant
no, I said perspectives.
I was just saying.
Now I'm mad, bro.
Okay.
Now I'm fucking mad.
See why you're mad? Now because you're mad, the whole point is just because. There's other ways he could have said that we're not allowed to use this word.
Say 2 ways to say the N word without saying it.
You just said the N word.
Yeah.
All right, 2 other ways. Yeah, 2 other. All right, name another one.
We don't need.
We don't have to use that.
No,
vulgarity.
you have to. If you got a point.
No, because everyone knows it's international. Like the N word.
Why couldn't he have put out why couldn't he put out something that said, "Look, guys, the way we've been freely talking at work." We're not using this vernacular. We're not going to use this vocabulary. We're not going to use this kind of speech.
From another, I don't know how old he was. He could have came from a whole nother time. People say things different, right? And it's still not okay to say the N word. Y'all, I'm not saying it's okay to say the N word, but when you're head of a corporation, like y'all, this is the word we can't say. I'm saying it. You can't say it. I don't want to say it.
He could have came from what? Say that back again.
What did I just say?
You said he could have came from a different time.
Yeah, I'm saying he could have been older. Like I've met old dudes that still
are you the same person you were when you were 10?
No, I'm not.
So you could have came from a different time when you were 10.
Yeah.
So now you're different.
Yes.
So now you've grown and you adapted.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So he now I don't adapt.
I'm an adult now, so I'm not letting other people tell me what I can and can't say. When I was young, you could tell me, hey, Pierre, you can't say that. I never questioned it. I never was like, all right, why not?
Coach can still say you can't say it.
No, and that's my point. If you grow up with a coach, do you get out in the real world by yourself, not the fucking leader on the video game of fucking Red Dead Redemption in real world, nigga? Now you know you are by yourself now, and I'm prepared for that because I've grown up playing with all Pop Warner black coaches, and they've talked the recklessest of wreck. So when I got to middle school, it got easier. When I got to high school, coach could yell in my face. I'm like, I understand what you're saying. I'm picking through all the insults you just said. I know what you're trying to get across to me. You're just getting across to me in a weird way, but that's how I understand it. That's fine. When I got in the real world and had to get a job by myself and get bills by myself, I was by myself. I didn't have nobody to lean on, and I was prepared for that.
Okay, but what I'm saying is you play semi-pro right now, right?
Yes. What does that do?
Is your coach allowed to yell at you?
Hell yeah.
Okay. Are you allowed to talk back?
Huh?
Are you going to talk back after
I'm 100% allowed to talk back.
Okay.
They talk. If you come to our practices, they will disrespect the coach to their face. But I'm a coachable person. Which again, being raised playing sports, I know when you don't talk back to a coach. Out of respect.
Why? Out of what?
Coach.
Out of what?
Out of respect.
Okay.
Okay.
It's the same thing in life.
Yeah.
It's not. It's just the same thing.
But he's going to yell at me to get his point across. And I'm going to pick through the bullshit he said.
So a cop has to berate you for you to listen to him?
The who?
So a cop is going to have to berate you for you to listen to him?
No, if a cop comes to me fair and he's making sense, I'm like, all right. If he's like, hey, you dumbass, you were speeding in a fucking school zone, you dipshit. I'm like, I picked through all that and I was speeding through a school zone. You're right. I fucked up. But I'm not going to be like, I'm not a dipshit. You're wrong. I'm like, yeah, write me my ticket. I fucked up. But since the motherfucker be like, you can't call me a dipshit, dude. I'm not a fucking dipshit, man. You're going to take it to the court. You're going to make it about not speeding.
I'm not sure it comes across like that, but.
Bro, if a cop yells at me, I can take that shit. But a soft motherfucker going to ball up and be like, oh, you can't talk to me like I'm like, nigga, I know what you're saying. I know. I get it.
So,
until you disrespecting me, then it's different.
I don't know if my mic's on. Can you hear me?
Yes, on.
All right. But so at the end of the day, the whole thing is Pierre's trying to say is, who are you to tell me how to say something, when to say something? So stop and think. Tell me, has your own father and mother said things the professional way inside and outside the house all the time? Your dad was a cop. Was he
a cop?
Yeah. Was he always professional? Did he ever get out of line? Has he told any stories where he got out of line? He didn't say right. So who's to tell him? He's the police. He's a policer. So who's to tell him he can't say something?
He didn't get out of line with somebody he was taking to jail.
That's what. Okay, so that's what I'm saying.
It's all about knowing. So
just because you don't okay. So this is my whole point. So how we're in here talking freely, saying nigga, bitch, how we call females bitches, hoes, Females call us.
I did not do that. That's apparently
Mike
Mo.
does do
I
that.
have once or twice.
But yeah, but I'm saying how we
Mo's not going to add me to this list.
Okay, so how people talk in general. We know we know a proper way to talk, and we know how we want to talk. Who's to tell you what you can and can't say? You know right or wrong. You know right or wrong, but doesn't mean
so we know right or wrong is what you're saying.
Right.
If somebody
so we know right or wrong. So why would we need somebody to tell us anything,
bro? If somebody came here now,
it's how.
But y'all can't say that.
You
shit
know
on the
right
mic.
or wrong,
right,
bro?
You know right or wrong. So you know respect,
right?
So what would be the outcome for you to say whatever it is you want to say whenever you want to say it? If you know right or wrong, like what would be the point?
Bro? It's intent.
I'm blunt.
It's not intent. If Mo says something in to express his way and he's not trying to be disrespectful, you got to pick through that shit and find out if he's trying to be disrespectful or not. Some shit is obvious. If a nigga writes a tweet and it's obvious a joke, motherfuckers can't see intent. That's the problem. You can't see intent to a tweet.
Put it like this.
But face to face, if I was like, Bubba, hey, you fucking dickhead, where you at? Would you get offended or would you be like, oh, I'm on my way? Why would you answer?
Well, no, I'd get off top. It's like I wish he'd stop, and then I'd be like, I'm on my way.
Okay, snowflake. That's what I'm talking about, bro.
So this fucking
Snowflake. What do you mean snowflake? What do you mean?
Because you being your brother all the time, you know me.
No,
No.
not
If you wrote
offended.
me like, hey, fag, what you doing? We do that all the time. I laugh.
I'm not saying we don't, but I'm saying I'm saying
Pierre
in
Middleton
general.
wrote you like that. You would
I'm
get offended.
saying in general, if it's a day where I'm in the mood and it's like I wish he'd just say, "Hey, yo, dude." No, it's not. What does that mean, snowflake?
It
What does that
means
mean?
less psychologically resilient, emotionally vulnerable. Any conflict with their
like
views
this.
they can't handle.
Okay.
That's what it means.
beta
Put it like
male,
this.
right? Beta.
It's also a beta.
Oh,
Put it like
okay.
this.
Got you.
The fact that
I love you though.
the fact that a comedian or comedians are now being sensitized on what they can and cannot say.
They can't say jokes now.
They
Some
can't. They
jokes
can't.
are offensive,
They
bro.
can't talk about pregnant people. They can't talk about gays at certain times. They can't talk about.
What have comedians said to combat that? I would love to know.
They said this is an art form, right? You can't stop. You can't put a hold on people's art. You can't put a.
What else did they
shade on
say?
people's art.
What else did they say? What did Kevin Hart say about it?
It's a joke.
Kevin Hart hasn't. Okay, so the facts with Kevin Hart is he said something about gays. He didn't apologize. He didn't apologize and said like he's not going to apologize.
What did Paul Mooney
He
say
did,
about
but
it?
he didn't necessarily
What did
apologize.
Paul Mooney say about
Paul
it?
don't even apologize. He said
Paul
What
Mooney's
did he say?
gay his damn self. What the fuck?
So what he said, it's not about what you say, it's how you say it. It's not about the joke.
So
It's about how you get to the joke.
God
But we're
damn
joking
it.
though. It's
Mike,
a
so
joke.
intent, we agree,
you
bro.
pay to get laughs, and just because it offends you
How'd
doesn't
you
mean
get-
it offends the next person next to you.
Okay. If I tell him something and it offends you, it's the same thing.
Exactly.
So, I mean,
so who are you the police? So why?
No,
why are you
it's-
saying things?
The whole
but-
the whole thing is we don't want to police speech. That was
You
my
have to
point.
police speech because you have to respect
So
others.
somebody could come in right now, shut down my whole podcast for some shit I said. Is that fair?
Can I just say one
No.
little
Is
segment?
that fair? Yes or no?
If they come in here,
If they
shut
come
you
in
down,
like, yeah, I didn't like the way you talk to your brother. I didn't like you call him a fag on the episode. I don't like the way you say N word or nigga.
I don't
yeah,
like
no.
doing that.
If
Me
they're,
neither.
if they're,
I do it.
They're
I don't know
offended,
why I do
no,
it.
if they're offended,
Should they be able to shut my podcast down? You agree? Okay, so you're on the wrong side. Well, you
not-
might be on the right side for you, but for me, we're on two different sides. of the
What I'm
spectrum.
saying is,
And that's
though,
fine.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with you being on two different
That's
sides.
okay. But when you
if
motherfuckers
can't
start ruining people's lives,
No, but hold on. But you gotta let each of us give our perspective.
But just make it quick, man.
What
I
I-
want to hear it, man. Fuckers.
I know,
Get
but
that
I'm trying
shit
to let
through.
him go. And I
No,
I
you
got
get
something
your.
to say,
You
too.
say your shit. You say your shit.
What I'm saying is that no matter what, if there's a fan that says, "Man, I like y'all show. I just wish you'd stop saying this," I would
One
take
fan.
that. I would take that into consideration.
You change your whole game.
because-
But when hundreds, if I had 100,
But
if
taking-
100 people
no, I
like
would
this shit
take
and
the
one person
constructive
didn't like it,
criticism and like, okay, let me at least like look
like-
at
that's
that.
you would
somebody said, I don't
sacrifice.
like
You
Jack
sacrifice
Balls.
your shit for one fan over 100.
No,
okay,
you're never making.
So
it
you're
in a
gonna.
business.
So you're not gonna be yourself. I'm gonna be myself.
No, I will be
If one
myself.
motherfucker's offended by
No,
one thing I said,
I'll be
but everybody
myself
else
because
like it,
I've
no.
never walked into a room and just started talking
Okay.
and offended people.
Be-
And if
okay,
every
well,
time
keep being
someone's
you
told
then.
me
Well,
that
keep
I've
being you.
offended
Hold on,
them,
But you're
I've
super
changed
offensive.
it.
You were super.
Yes, I'm
offensive.
super offensive.
Twitter, you're
That's-
super offensive.
Hold on.
Facebook, you're super offensive.
I'm not denying
That's
that.
you. That's
I'm not
you, though.
denying
I'm
that.
saying
But I'm not
that is
gonna
you.
go out here and talk to people and be like, "Hey, yo, bitch. Hey, yo, this,
Nobody,
that."
and neither one of us have said that's okay.
But
fucko.
see, that's what I'm saying. That's what policing speech is because you're making
No,
sure that you don't.
You don't
say
know what
that.
policing speech is. Policing speech is telling somebody what they can and can't say.
Yeah, like those white guys
That's
that said
it.
nigger.
That's
You walked
exact-
up on.
That's
No,
it though.
what?
That's it.
No, they're
motherfucker.
what they're telling you is that, hey, I don't like that word. If
Cool, motherfucker. I don't know you.
It's your opinion.
That's cool. A lot of people. I'm
not telling you that you have to stop saying it because
All right.
they say they want you to stop.
If I said fag in front of a gay dude, which I never will because I know that. I'm not.
Well, that's
like,
policing your speech. That's
fag.
what policing your speech.
No, me
is.
policing my own.
Let me police myself though.
You're policing yourself. That's what it is.
But you're not gonna tell me if somebody, hey Pierre, don't say fag or Rich is right there. I'm like, what?
Hold on.
Fuck you.
Don't talk like that in front of your children, Paul. Who are you to tell me how to raise my kids?
Exactly. Same. You know what that is. If somebody, if mom and daddy was like, Bubba, don't say that in front of Harlem and Charlie, you're gonna get mad, right?
no, I'm gonna take it in consideration.
What? Those are your kids. So
Yeah,
you're not gonna raise them how you want
no,
to?
they are my kids, but I'm like, but they raised kids before I did.
Okay, and that's a different time. We raise kids different now.
It's constructive criticism. You take it in and you go
All right,
to
so
what you
if somebody
apply to
told
what you're doing.
Yeah, if somebody told me, Pierre, don't say it on your podcast, and I'm like, noted.
Yeah, you say noted and you go on, and if you do it again,
say it again, motherfucker. Because if
out.
it's gonna stop me from expressing myself, I'm not with that. I'm all about expressing
now,
myself.
see, that's oppression. That's oppression stuff. But
Policing speech is oppression, you motherfucker. It's the same thing.
But no, there's whole countries where people can't have freedom of speech. We have freedom.
Exactly. You're trying to turn it into that.
No, we have
You're trying
freedom.
to turn
We
it
have
into
freedom
that.
of speech,
said that,
and
Paul.
we abuse
You
it.
just told me
no,
you should
people
police
have
the speech. Then you told me people are getting oppressed for policing speech. You're telling me you should do it though. You just told me it's okay to police speech, motherfucker.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Fuck this guy, man.
Am I not making sense?
Okay,
Am I not-
hold on. So hold on, Paul. So hold on,
They
Paul.
have to find room to
Right.
loopholes.
So hold on.
Please,
So hold
don't
on.
loophole.
So hold on.
We're not
So hold
trying to
on.
loophole. We don't disagree with you. It's just that it's a way that you're saying it is more like a freaking fishnet, and we're just saying like you have to respect perspectives and how you offend other people.
If people didn't have freedom of speech, Martin Luther King, he would never happen. Malcolm X totally would have got fucking canned.
So from now on, because it's freedom of speech, and y'all need to say what y'all need to say.
Yeah.
Right.
So
From now on,
so do you.
I don't need to. I understand.
Well,
I understand who I am.
exactly.
But what I'm saying, but what I'm saying
It's your choice.
is that from now on, when you put subliminals out there, it don't need to be subliminal. It could just
Yeah,
be hit.
just say it outright.
Just say it outright.
That's how it is anyway.
I
though.
do it. I'm
But if
below
No
it.
one does it.
I don't hang out with
You
people. I
do.
got sneakers,
Last time
bro.
you didn't want to say who you were talking about. Well, I don't want to speak into that. Who? Man, no.
Well, because
Yeah, it's no point.
No,
Yeah,
but it's the
that's
same
the
thing.
respect
And you
part.
have to-
When you bro,
It's the same thing.
it's not even-
so now it's switched, so now it's different because of y'all.
He's policing
Nobody
himself.
told me don't
You
say
not
her
telling
name.
him not to say her name. He chose
I'm
not
telling
to
him
say
to
it.
say it.
Okay, but he chose
Why?
not to.
Why not?
Freedom of speech. He chose not to say the shit.
Yeah.
You can't tell him what to say.
Why can't you choose not to do it the other way?
You can't because you can't
wait,
tell
why
him.
can't
He
you-
does
wait,
what he
what is-
wants.
Why can't you choose it?
It's something I didn't feel like
Why
doing
can't
at the
you choose it?
moment.
Because he
Why
chose
can't-
not
why
to.
can't you choose not
Because he
to?
chose not to.
I-
Because
why
he's
can't you
him.
choose not
Because
to?
he's Maurice Diggs. He
For
chose
what?
not to.
Why not?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's
I
what I'm
think-
saying.
Mike,
That's what I'm saying.
Mike,
I
you
get
couldn't
that.
It's
pressure
probably
him.
gonna
Yeah.
get
You couldn't
drowned
pressure him.
out.
You couldn't pressure him to say that.
Yeah.
He didn't want to say it, so he didn't fucking say it.
Yeah.
That's my point.
But at the end of the day,
but if he wanted to say it, he gonna spit that
At the
shit
day,
out.
at the day, I'm
And that's
good
what,
though.
but that's what I'm saying is that fact that you can say something, but you don't have to. So he chose not to.
Right, it's a
Right?
choice.
But then when it's something else, that way he can get his way, then, let me speak up and say something about it. Because now I would have had the freedom of speech.
Freedom of speech.
But before, I understand that I can't and I won't.
Bro, not saying
so I'm not going to do
something
it.
is still
That's all I'm
exercise-
saying.
I'll put it to you like this.
That's
It's
what
still
I'm saying.
exercise
I'll
of
put it like
freedom of
this.
speech.
I'll put it to
So
you
it's
like
same
this.
right. So all it is just a hypocrite.
No, it's
both
not.
ways. It's on both ways.
Bro,
It's on
freedom
both
of
ways.
speech is
on
you can
both
choose
ways.
to say something or not to say something.
No, because
Yes.
it's not. No.
Freedom of speech don't mean say whatever come to your head. It's like choose what you want to say it or don't. That's freedom of speech.
No, you don't have to, because you're saying it in that way. You don't have to say it in that manner.
He doesn't. And that's freedom of speech also.
But that's for me. That's for me to negate, not you.
And that's fine.
Exactly.
And
That's all I'm saying,
and that's
Mike.
fine, which would be the wrong.
Right.
But
That's all I'm saying,
fine.
right? You
wait, talk about how is it wrong?
Huh?
That's your perception. It's my perception.
No, I know.
How is it wrong?
It's still gonna be wrong. I mean, it's not gonna.
How
it's
is
not
it
gonna
wrong,
ma-
though?
Because it's wrong to me.
Who?
See, yeah.
Okay,
hell?
so it's a contradiction.
Because you're fucking.
Yeah. Well, that's what you're using. So yes,
You're
that's what I'm
fucking-
saying.
it's
If
a
you can
contradiction.
contradict, then I'm going to contradict.
Right.
I'm not going to allow it to be one sided and be like, oh well, he can. No,
He's
no.
not
we're-
contradicting himself though. Freedom
Yeah,
of
he
speech.
is.
How?
He's
So hold on,
choosing
talk about-
when and what he wants.
Say it again.
He is choosing when.
Mike,
Right.
as
So
long-
now I'm choosing that
can't-
if he's going to do that, then I can flip it and say, okay, well then I'm going to do the same.
Right.
You're exercising-
So
I'm not-
therefore,
but
we're
you're
both
not-
we're both doing
right,
the same way.
but
So you're on our side.
I'm going to make it sure that
Yeah.
I'm
You're
going to do
trying
it the
not
same
to
way.
be on our side, but
Yeah.
you're on our fucking
So
side.
the thing
Mike.
is, you're not telling me what to say, and I'm not telling you what to say.
Exactly.
So I'm not policing you.
We're
You're not policing me.
each other. We're giving each other that freedom to do what the fuck we want to do, bro.
No, but you wouldn't do that at a corporate America because you lose your job.
No, you would choose what to say.
Exactly.
And that corporate
But-
dude chose what he said, what he wanted to say, right?
Nobody
and then he
told
chose. he created his own outcome.
Society's an asshole. That's all I'm saying. Freedom of speech, man. Actually, you know, but you do got a point. He chose to say what he wanted. He suffered the consequences. But what I'm saying is, we shouldn't be able to tell people what they can and can't say. He fucked up. All right, you're right. He fucked up. He fucked up saying the N-word in front of some.
The problem is,
I didn't mention it was black people in the room too, so he shouldn't have said it. All right, he shouldn't have said it. I agree on that part.
He shouldn't have said it. But if that's how you want to talk, that's how you want to talk. At the end of the day,
you can't do that.
What you mean? Who?
Because you want to talk,
bro. Yes, you can,
Mike,
bro.
What do you mean you can't
Mike,
talk?
Obviously, you can't. He got fired.
Well,
so
he's a millionaire. So, I mean, fuck it. He can just fuck.
But at the end of the day, all I'm saying,
that doesn't mean nothing because he's a millionaire. Because we don't know what he spends.
At the end of the day, at the end of the day, society has made it to where you cannot say what you want to say and continue to live your life. Back in the day, this isn't slavery anymore. You don't have to yes sir, no sir.
They like slavery.
You don't have to worry about chivalry. Some are good guys, chivalry, but respect stuff like that. But at the end of the day, if you want to say something how you want to say it how you want to say it. The person that's getting it can express how they feel, but they shouldn't tell you, hey, I
got the freedom to tell me how you
tell you how you feel, bro. But you shouldn't. You don't have the right to say, hey,
don't say
if you
fucking,
say this again,
don't say that no more. I'm be like, all right, well, then we could talk about like, well, why can't I say it? You be like, well, I don't like the way you say it. I'm like, all right, well, in my head, I'm like,
I'll take consideration.
If it affects Mike that bad, I won't say it in front of him.
I'll take consideration.
But I have the freedom to say it if I want to.
Yeah,
but I'm not going to say it because I respect
tell me
you.
what I can and can't say.
But if I don't know you, you try to tell me how to talk. Sorry, I can't do that, baby. But I'm not gonna be in public saying bitches. I ain't gonna be in public saying that shit though, because obviously I have some common sense.
I say it out loud.
But if somebody came up to me and said, "Hey," in the middle of the street, inside your store or whatever, but I follow your rules. But in the street, hey man, you're walking down the street, but I don't want to hear you say the B word. I'm like, what?
Boy, fuck
bitch,
you.
Please, look, boy, I'm out in public now. I say what the fuck I want.
Yeah.
I'm not, but if you telling me I can't, I might.
Mike, all you're saying is there's a time and a place. I get it.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
But at the same time, we're saying nobody should be able to tell you what you can and can't.
Nobody
say.
should be able to come in here and be like, "Hey, we're shutting this podcast down until you start saying what we want you to."
What does it mean? What does it mean if they come up to you and they let you know like, "Hey, this is offensive to us and this bothers us every time you say it." Yeah. What can you do about it?
Then see, that's different. Now you're asking me.
But then they're gonna say like, if we can't come to
no. I'm saying, I'm giving you a choice to choose a different wording. That's all I'm doing.
Yeah, exactly. That's not policing. No, it's not. That's not policing.
How's it?
Yeah, it is policing. It is policing. It is.
Thank you. So we agree. We can all agree.
Wow, y'all want to shake hands on one point?
No, I was saying I'm telling you.
Shake hands. Do it. Yeah, shake hands. It is. Fucking guys, man.
And at the day,
he agreed with us. We got him.
But
no, that's not like, hey, double team. It's not even. It's not a
so
conflict.
look, if somebody came up to me after the podcast, like, hey, I heard your podcast, dude. You say a lot of things, blah 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 blah. We can have a conversation about it, and hopefully at the end, I'll be like, bro, I'm sorry I offend you. I ain't mean it to offend you, but that's just how I talk. And hopefully he'll understand. And I might not say as much.
All that's gonna mean is like he's like, well, yeah, if that's how you talk, that's cool. Because that offends me, then we're gonna break this up.
Hold on.
But he's bringing it up because he wants to support. He
wants
to support it because he understands your freedom of speech.
But at the end, you understand.
No, but it collides with how he feels.
That's not happening today. Is what I'm saying though. Today, that's not happening. Nobody's having that conversation. Niggas are just getting fired.
Well, there's different lists. Like on the list, I'm looking at like video gamers are weak. Is that what you're saying?
Huh?
Are you saying people who play video games are weak? Is that what you're saying?
I never said that. See, you took it that way.
No, I'm asking you.
No, I'm saying you play video games. You're
now
least
the next question.
Okay.
You go ahead.
Okay. I said when you play video games, you're least prepared for the real world. It's true. It's true. It's fucking true. Tell me what video game gonna get you prepared to go work a fucking real job.
They never claim to. They teach you how to problem solve, which is a real world skill though.
Okay, but that's a skill that what matters more, motherfucker? Being able to communicate with a real person or getting out in the world with no communication skills but knowing how to problem solve.
It's both. That's the beauty of it. You can do both. Wrong. That's why sports and video games can coexist.
And that's what I'm saying. If you could find a balance, that's fine.
What are the two learning styles? What are those two learning styles that they talk about?
Talking about the cognitive?
Cognitive and
people that learn from like doing and people learn from watching. Yeah,
it's the same thing, isn't it?
I get that.
No, yeah.
I'm saying it's like some people might take to that
but
more.
But every video game is not teaching you about life skills.
Not every sport teaches you about life skills either.
But it does. How
come video games can't?
Because you get in a real world job and you're doing the orientation.
You got to problem solve.
Okay, and you're teaching you how to be a team. Team is the most important fucking thing in being in the real world, nigga. Teamwork, being able to work with other people.
So are you canceling video games just totally? Like they're pointless? That's what I was checking.
Video games gives
you
you
think the military is the same way?
Rush, huh?
You think the military is the same way?
Military is terrible, I think, because military breaks you down to a point where you're like a fucking robot, bro.
Yeah.
Military, there's parts of military I think work, but then there's parts I feel like it ruins people. Everybody don't. The way military is worse than football. I feel like
they manipulate you to make you
starve
think you're
nigga.
going to fight a battle for a good cause.
Yeah,
in reality,
that's a whole nother conversation. That's a whole nother conversation. Yeah, you fighting. They're telling you finna go. I mean, I don't want to insult. Now, see, this is me flexing my.
No, I'm hearing y'all's perspective.
I don't want to insult any military people because I know and love a few. So I'm like, I don't want to say what I really feel about it, but I don't think military.
Wait, why don't you want to say how you really want to feel about it?
I respect Miss Kathy. She's a veteran.
You policing it, right?
Policing myself. You're not telling me what I can say.
Yeah.
Right. That's the point. That's the whole point.
No,
no one needs to tell you.
And look, let's come together on one thing. Nobody should be able to tell you what you can and can't say. You have the freedom of. Yes. You have the freedom to say what you want. And want to.
That's the whole purpose of freedom of speech.
And that's what I'm telling you, though. That's what I'm telling you.
But no, but also it's your freedom of speech to police somebody if they're offending you.
Yeah, but
that's the whole. Yeah.
No, dog.
Yeah, it is. You have the right to tell somebody that they're offending you, and then you have to respond.
You have that right. But tell me.
And they have the right to continue on what they're doing.
Tell me you're offending me, but don't say, hey. You can't say that. Tell me, hey, I don't like the way you're saying that. It's different. It's different.
You're talking about how they come at you.
You can't say something. You're not my friend.
Hey, look. At the end of the day, it's the same way of what you're saying.
No, it's not.
No, listen.
You're trying to stop me instead of trying to help me, motherfucker.
Listen. It's the same way the Netflix dude said. He could have easily changed it.
Say the N-word.
He
could
have easily changed it.
Yeah.
But he didn't.
He should have, but he knew he should have.
Thought these little dickheads were going to be on the side.
He deserved every bit of that firing.
Well, let me tell you more about the story. He said it twice. I didn't tell y'all that. He said so I agree with y'all. He probably fucked up. But at the same time,
how's he any
different?
But how's he any different than a regular person who says it like I said it and I almost lost my job because I said it?
Because his amount of influence is different. That's why. That's why he got fucked. He got fucked because he let a whole bunch of people come together and fuck him up at the top. That's why he got fucked.
But I think
his influence is huge. He's over Netflix. That's
right.
International. That's worldwide shit. He's different. But nobody's gonna come here and tell me what I can and can't say.
Oh, I will.
Like,
if I want to.
If the producer of the podcast, they're like, Pierre, we like the way you're talking, which I don't think they would ever do. I would probably leave. I'd be like, well, bro, I thought I could freely do, but luckily I love this place because they let me say what I want.
Well,
and I'm not on here spitting like propaganda. Yeah, I'm not really going super crazy like
when you
because the freedom of speech also governs like what you say, and if you said stuff that offended them, they'd say something.
If they were like if they were like snowflakey man, they'd be like, hey, Pierre, man, we like the way you're talking.
There's no snowflakes.
There are snowflakes, Bubba. When there's somebody super sensitive, that's a fucking snowflake.
You can't keep calling them a snowflake.
Or else what? They gonna fucking gang up on me, huh?
But you're ignoring their freedom of speech.
That's for the snowflake.
Yeah,
I'm gonna beat you up in a game.
They're gonna beat you up in a game. They're gonna beat you up in a game.
I think that's more of a personal insult than like an actual lady.
That's what they characterize.
No, yeah, for sure. I agree with you. Like we'll call him a snowflake in discussion.
If you look at the definition of snowflake, it means a sensitive person. I call him sensitive person.
Right?
Snowflake.
No, for real. Yes.
Beta.
I can't act like I don't do that too.
We just all need to look at the wording of what police means to get a better understanding.
Bro, you're stuck on one word. I'm not talking about actual in blue. I'm talking about.
I'm just saying.
Look at the.
We knew what the word meant.
Look what police means. Look at police real quick.
Honestly,
it doesn't mean guy in a blue fucking outfit.
I'll read it for you, Mo.
Now he gonna find no definition. Let him fucking read. He gonna scroll down. Fucking jerk, man. Tell you what police means, bro. You know, while we wait, man, this was a fun episode.
Mo, that doesn't mean look in the Urban Dictionary.
Right. No, it's not. It's not.
All right.
Policing. The civil force of a national or local government responsible for the prevention and detection of a crime.
That was the first definition?
Yeah. Second one is a verb.
Okay.
Have the duty of maintaining the law and order.
Okay, I like that one. But that your first definition was actual police officer. That's weird. You type police or police officer?
I just type in police.
Fuck. I don't know. You might be right.
Here, go for it.
Mike,
we're almost done. Y'all go?
Yeah.
Are we got gas or something, Paul?
Oh, you got it. Oh, well, it's 1 o'clock anyway. Thanks for coming. Y'all want to give some plugs? Y'all, thanks for coming, bro. That shit was lit. I feel like I got kind of crazy. I apologize to anybody offended, but I don't apologize, nigga.
I was going to say I accept your apology, but
you almost did. Thanks, Mike. Thanks, Bub. Thanks, Mo. Appreciate it, guys. Rogue Lamb. Follow me. I got a new email, Rogue Lamb. It's called roguelamb@yahoo.com. Hit me up. We'll come on. I got a new Instagram, The Rogue Lamb Podcast on Instagram. Thanks, guys.
I need help. I just want to say real quick, I'm trying to bring back the word Audi 5000, so y'all can help me do that. That'd be great.
Hey, I say that.
Hashtag Audi 5000. Audi or Audi?
Audi 5000. Not Audi. Not the car.
Close. Okay.
Come on, dog.
Why would you say Audi 5000? Are you right? My bad.
Out of here.
But you got some?
Oh, I was just plugging in my Snap Trap. It's Trap House Couture's TRAPHAUS COUTURE.
That's long.
No, it's long as hell, right? Right.
ABCDEFG.
That's why I never plug in my Snap. But my Twitter's Paul on Jog, man, and you know we got some websites coming for sure.
Straight up. All right, thanks guys. Peace out.
Audi 5000.
Yes, Audi 5000.
Yeah, ran out of words, mixing these birds from the suburbs. Yeah, my cousins are killers, McGilla Gorilla, I'm killing these birds. Murder. Riding the wave, girl, if you nave, niggas gon' love you. They don't. Smashing pads, baby, you easy, niggas won't cuff you. Nah.
Hey, remember, health is wealth. Follow your boy on Snap, Pierre No French Show, Instagram, Pierre No French. Mixtape for my friends dropping soon. Yeah, that's a wrap.